Hello, my water babies, my water signs. This next reading is going to be a collective for all three signs for this new moon in Leo. And after the collective, I will be pulling an additional 3 clarifier cards for each of the signs. You guys will be able to find the timestamps down below in the description box so that you can fast forward to your sign or the sign that you want to listen to. Okay, so I'm going to get started with the collective. Let's see what is coming up for my water signs for this new moon in Leo. What can you guys expect? This one wanted to come out. Hanged Man. King of Water, Hanged Man, and 5 of Earth. Very interesting energies here. Let's see what I'm feeling for you guys. Yeah, I feel automatically that you guys have not been super connected to your compassionate side, to, the side that is understanding of human emotions, that is understanding of other people's actions and behaviors. Maybe you've come to a place that you're just getting tired. You feel like you're being let down or abused by other people because you're so compassionate, and you're thinking, hey, I need to set some boundaries here because I'm not getting anything in return for being this nice and compassionate person. People are mean. People don't care. I can't keep doing this to myself. I feel like you've been let down, or you feel this disappointment just towards others or towards humanity in general, or if this is an immediate experience in your reality, that you're just disappointed. You're just disappointed in a particular person, or like I said, on a collective, and you're trying to assess, like, what is too much? What is too much compassion? Am I being too nice? Maybe I just need to lay low. Or you're having a hard time setting those boundaries, and to the point that people are taking advantage of you and they're leaving you empty. They're draining you. Let's see. I'm going to jump right in. Start with Cancer. Let's get some clarifier cards for this energy for Cancer. Some clarifier cards, some further insight for my Cancers for this new moon in Leo. The Stag. Ooh. The Ace of Arrows. Oh, getting a mess a little bit here. Okay. And the Ancestor. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm getting that emotionally, this may be a very conflicting time for you, because you may feel like you don't know if you're doing the right thing. It's like you're such a compassionate person. You're such a nurturing person. You feel for others. You understand people and why they do the things they do, why they act the way they do. And, you're like super non-judgmental. But it's like if you've gotten to this place where you feel like you're totally being drained, and like maybe you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you feel like, why am I so nice when I don't get the same treatment in return? And it's causing you to be in a position where you're like, oh, hold on, like I don't know if this is the right way to be. Just be so emotionally open to helping others, right? When you don't have that yourself, you don't feel like you have someone that can offer you what you offer to others. And it's like a hard rope to walk on. But I feel like this is part of your path, is to serve as that person, that is going to really guide and help people. You're able to reach people in ways that others aren't. You were given this ability to do that. And even though it might seem like a really lonely road, and like it's hard for you to find somebody that can do the same for you. It seems like you have to just find it within you, as much as it may hurt, to keep doing what you're doing and keep offering your gifts and being there for others and seeing the good in others and trying to, diffuse and mediate and calm down a situation. And it's like, this is your gift, and this isn't easy. This doesn't come with an easy, life path and purpose. Sometimes it is lonely, and sometimes you do feel drained. And you do deserve to take that time for yourself and, disconnect so that you can replenish yourself. That is necessary. You are on track with this thought process. Don't feel guilty. I feel like you're kind of like teeter-tottering between, am I doing the right thing? Or am I letting myself down? Does this have to do with not having enough self-worth? Like, you're kind of like just trying to figure it all out and trying to find a good balance between being there for others and also yourself feeling content and fulfilled and happy and not drained. So yes, when you do feel like you're empty and you're drained, it's time for you to follow that insight. When you get that spark, like, okay, I need to disconnect, do it. Disconnect. Don't feel guilty about it, because you can't give from an empty cup. When you feel drained, do what it takes. It might seem like a very lonely road, but it doesn't always have to be that way. I feel like if you're experiencing just loneliness, your power is in daily practice of it's yourself. It's funny that you're able to be there so prominently for other people in such a way that you can provide insight and guidance and really be like this peaceful presence to other people when they really need it. But you can't be that for you. You need daily practice of you and being those same things to yourself. You need to realize that you are enough for you. You need to fill your own cup. If it comes down to that, don't feel sad that there isn't someone else there to fill your cup or to offer that same support. You need to offer that same support to yourself. You're very gifted with that nurturing and compassion. Show that, a little bit of that to yourself. Maybe this gift and having this ability is something that's been passed down through bloodlines. Maybe this is a karmic energy that you have to live out. But if it's presenting to you that you're by yourself, don't look at it as like, a curse or a punishment. Like, I'm such a good person, but why am I alone? Or I'm such a good person, but why don't I have that same support system that I offer others that comes so naturally and easy for me? Why can't I get someone that does that for me? Change perception and don't look at it as something that's bad or like a curse. Be there for yourself. You are enough. You are all that you need. Take a break when a break is needed. Distance yourself when it is needed. You always know, because you can feel it. You can feel it. Okay, it's time for me to fill my cup. But there's like this lingering sadness there. And it's not an easy path to walk. But you have to accept it, that this is your path. This is your purpose. Stay on the path as hard as it can be and see the journey through to the end. Start a new cycle that your spirit is leading you to. You have deep intuition that is guiding you and reassuring you. You are such a powerhouse that you don't need anybody else. You got this all on your own. And that's not to say that you're never going to have anybody. That's just for now. for now is something you have to experience and live through to get to the next level. Find value within yourself. Find the purpose of this path. Stay strong. It's not easy. It's not an easy one, but stay strong and listen to the insights and the clarity, the sparks of ideas that you get, because you know that's what's going to guide you to when you do need to take a breather, take a break, and fill your cup. Take some time for yourself, meditate, journal. You are enough. So Cancer, that was your reading that I'm getting for this new moon in Leo. I hope that resonated. I hope you got something meaningful out of this. I will be talking to you guys for the next full moon. So much love to you guys. Enjoy these energies, these deep, profound realizations. You are enough. You got this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye. Hey Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for my Scorpios for this new moon in Leo. What are the energies that I'm picking up on for you guys? What are some things you need to hear right now? Some messages to guide you or keep you on the highest path. Alright, got him. Alright, Knight of Bows. Oh, Five of Arrows. Sensing that you guys might have a difficult time connecting with others, even though you're such, a deep and emotional person. Like, you feel very deeply and you have it in you to be very kind and compassionate and invest energy into others and help others emotionally on an emotional level, because you have that ability to be such a deep person and to be so enthralled in deep emotion, right? I feel like you don't do that. Like, obviously, right? That's normal Scorpio tendencies, that characteristics, stereotypical characteristics that are associated with Scorpio. You guys are able to be very emotionally deep people, but that you don't show it. You know what I mean? Like, you hold back from showing people too much emotion. Like, no one will ever really know what's going on within you, what's going on in your head. You detach yourself. You don't move. It's like no. It's like you're fixed into not showing any vulnerabilities, not being honest about any thought process, any deep emotions. And you keep yourself in this place emotionally of frustration and of lack. And you keep yourself in a place where you don't feel good. I just don't see that you feel good. Like, emotionally, it's just as simple as, like, you're not happy. You're not truly happy and living a life of meaning and purpose and bliss just because you don't want to be vulnerable or be honest or show people these deep emotions that you have within you. And what this is telling me is to do that. You have to make changes. This has to change. This has to transmute. You have to take action. And instead of being stagnant, and instead of not taking, distancing yourself and not letting people into your head, into your thoughts, into your emotions, and keeping people in the dark, you have to take action. Move forward. Change that. Instead of the hanged man, you need to get up and start moving, start taking action. Stop just sitting there doing nothing, showing nothing, afraid to be vulnerable. Who cares? You need to have confidence in yourself. Show people your emotions, because it's through allowing people in and showing your emotions and letting that energy flow that you're going to be able to really be this compassionate and nurturing person that maybe some people need you to be right now. Maybe some people in your life need this role, and you're actively blocking yourself, even though it's within you and it's innate and it wants to come out because this is who you are. You're not letting it. And so it manifests as a lack and frustration, whether this is internally or externally or both. So stop blocking this energy. Stop blocking it. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to feel. Don't feel, like you can't show your true emotions, like you can't feel, like you can't be true, to yourself, to others. Like you can't let your feelings be heard. Let it out, express it. You need to show yourself compassion and understanding of human emotions. Nothing you've ever thought, nothing you've ever felt is to be ashamed of. Don't be ashamed of anything you've ever thought or anything you've ever felt. I feel like you're so ashamed of your thoughts and what goes on in your head that you're like, no one can ever know about this, because they'll think I'm freaking crazy. They wouldn't get it. They wouldn't understand. You need to show yourself this compassion and understanding. You need to see the block and see how it's not working and make the changes that need to be made so that you can free yourself from this energy here, this lack and frustration. Because all of these things, they have effect on you. You can you can pretend all you want, it doesn't have an effect on you, you're good, but it does. You have to be yourself, be free, express yourself, express your emotions easily, with confidence. Take action. This card has to do with taking action, movement, moving forward, having confidence. Don't be reckless though, I feel like this is also has to do with being reckless, and maybe that you can be reckless, and maybe this is what's holding you back, and you've let it, you've repressed yourself so much that you're living in this space where you feel like you can't even be truthful and honest to anybody, and it's bringing frustration. It brings you frustration. It brings maybe others around you having to deal with your frustration because they feel like maybe they can never truly get through to you on a deep level because you're so blocked, you're so guarded. But you have it within you to be emotionally mature. You have to let it out though. You have to. It's like if you're not even letting it out to yourself, you don't even want to admit to it to yourself. Not everything has to be shared with other people. Some things you just need to admit it to yourself. And once you can do that, you can admit things to yourself, you can have compassion and understanding of human emotions. It's okay. Nothing I've ever thought, nothing I've ever felt. I don't have to be ashamed of anything. I'm a human being. You have the capability of being an emotional, mature person and of handling everything in a very balanced way. You don't have to get out of control. Don't fear for that. You have the ability to keep it in control. You just have to tap into that. Remove the blockages. And it's I hear a cork coming off of a bottle, that's what you need. You need that moment where it's release, freedom. That's what you need. Stop repressing. The answer is never to repress. Don't repress. Don't be afraid of losing control. Don't be afraid of that. Even if it happens, because it might. But through experience, you're going to gain more emotional maturity to handle situations. You just have to let it out. Let it out. All right, Scorpio, I hope that message served you, and I hope that you got something meaningful out of it. I hope that you work with this energy to its fullest potential and what it's offering you. So much love to you during these times. I will be talking to you guys again for the next full moon reading. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Pisces. You know, I'm always happy to get to you guys because you guys are my last sign. So that means another successful round of going through all 12 of the signs, you guys. So Pisces, I've been waiting so patiently. I mean, I put all of these readings out at the same time, so I don't think it affects you, but let's see what's going on for you guys. What can you guys expect from these energies, from this new moon in Leo for my Pisces watchers? What message do you guys need to hear? What do you need to focus on? Shining bright, making yourself seen, making yourself known. That's just what I got. Let's see. Oh, I got 2 cards right there. Let's see. I got balance and dedication. Got it. 6 of Bows, abundance. All right, so I feel like there's a balance that needs to go on with you guys internally. Maybe you're having a hard time to connect to this emotional maturity. You know, sometimes when you get too deep into your emotions, maybe they can, you know, slip a little bit in your opinion. You feel like maybe you just don't have full control, or you don't have the inner harmony and the balance of, you know, balancing. You're very empathic. That sometimes it can knock you off balance. You're prone to feeling very deeply, but I do sense that there's like some kind of block because you still need inner harmony. There's stuff that you're not facing. There's inner hurts and inner pains that you haven't dealt with, and that is causing you to feel this disharmony because you're not dealing with certain things within you. And so it may come out in situations like your emotional disharmony and your emotional imbalance. It might come out in situations that it like literally is not even related to. And it's because what's causing that to come out is the fact that you haven't dealt with certain things. You might think you're mad at someone and, you know, you're mad at how they do things or how they are or whatever, but you're failing to see that you feeling these ways and these things being a trigger for you. It's not that person that should be held accountable or faulted. Not trying to justify anybody else's behavior, but triggers have to do with you and ways that you can grow, things that you have to address. And you're not willing to like see or look at that part of your psyche to be like, oh shit, this is actually something that I need to address. This has nothing to do with the other person or whoever I'm blaming. This has everything to do with me. So try to dig deeper into these traumas and these pains, the things that trigger you, anything that triggers you, anything that makes you really upset, can get you from 0 to 100 real quick. All of these things, analyze it like, why though? Like why? Instead of trying to blame it on the situation, the particular situation, the particular person that may have brought up these feelings, first try to figure out, why am I even being triggered by this in the first place? What has caused me to feel triggered in the first place? So that you can get a deeper understanding of your own, blocks. Because once you can free yourself of this stuff, of these fears and traumas, it's like you open yourself up to this whole new world of possibilities and understanding. It's not easy. It's not easy to face these things. Maybe you feel like you've been through so much. It's not easy to face these things. It's gonna feel like you're going through a lot, like you've endured so much, like you've walked a path of pain and suffering, and you've been through a lot. It's like the battle of life, of life's challenges has maybe made you weary and made you reluctant to want to even do this type of work. But I feel like you doing this hard work, because it's not easy, it's never easy. This soul work, spirit work, shadow work, whatever you want to call it, finding all of the barriers and the walls that you have built up inside you, and it's not your fault. It's hard situations, life experiences that have made you this way. You have the power, and you need to realize that you have the power, and you need to take action, because once you're able to do that, there's going to be so much abundance. You're going to go from a feeling of lack, not having, being blocked, to a feeling of having, a feeling of abundance, creativity, and fire, heat, passion. All of those hard life lessons, like the harder your life has been, once you're able to do this inner work to bring balance to yourself and tap into this king of water energy of compassion and understanding of emotions, being someone that is emotionally mature, someone that can stay calm in very crazy situations, someone that can bring the peace and bring the calm, help others, make them feel better, make them feel good. It's your adverse situations and challenges that even brought you to this level of wisdom and balance and emotional stability. And the harder your life has been, the more the pendulum is going to swing for it to be that much better, for it to explode in like freedom and abundance and everything flowing and energy is just giving you life. You're not going to feel barren and empty anymore. You're going to feel full of life and full of passion and abundant. Don't let all of the bad situations that ever happened to you in life's challenges, don't let it keep you in a place of like stagnancy and not moving forward. Don't let it block you from this wisdom. Find the wisdom in all of these challenges that you've had to face. Find the wisdom in your triggers, in your inner wounds, in your traumas. Become emotionally stable. You're going to go from feeling empty to feeling totally alive and full. But this work has to be done. And this energy is facilitating for you to go from this feeling of emptiness to this feeling of fullness. And uncover this generous, fair, and gentle, non-judgmental peacemaker that's within you, that respects everyone, including yourself, that has wisdom, that has learned from your own past and has turned those hardships into wisdom, and that can be harmonious and lead yourself and others very gently and lovingly away from fear and away from being separate from one another. You got this, Pisces. I know you do. It doesn't seem like easy work. It really doesn't, but you're so empathic and spiritually fluid that once you set your mind to it and once you really focus yourself on turning inward, I know you can reach full potential. So thank you so much for watching. Wishing you the very best. I will be talking to you guys again for the next full moon. Much love. Bye.